once again to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my experience in England. I was given a scholarship to do my beauty work placement in England, and that was something I was so happy about. Basically, my school, there's given scholarship in my state and then the rest of Spain too. So there's just certain amount of scholarships, because obviously they give us the money to for the plane, the houses we're gonna be in, so they pay them and everything. So our school director told us that we have to give them our CV, our European CV, and a couple more documents that we have to do, and I don't know. And after that, we just had to wait basically. And I remember it was a Friday when we were at school. The director came in and he told us, okay, can I talk to people who applied to scholarship? With six of us. I was like, okay, we go with him, and then when we're in a little room, he tells like, oh, I already have the scholarships by the end of December. I was like, wow, they were not supposed to tell you or giving you the scholarship till January, or at least that's what he told us. And I was like, I've got 2 scholarships for England, in beauty, another one for Portugal, another one for Italy. It's like, okay, good. He goes and like, okay, first one going to England is this girl, and she was the girl that went with me to England, and she was really happy. She really wanted to go to England. And then he was like, and the other one is Marta. It's like, both of us look, it's like I was crazy. I was going crazy when he told me that. Thing is, we didn't go even near in London. We were like really south England. It was really good, I can tell. So we went there, and the time was like, I remember my mom was in school at the time. She was in the hairdresser, and then I was getting her I don't know, something done. And when I go out of the class, she was sitting there, and I was like, Nan, guess what? There were other clients there too, waiting for us, but I couldn't care less. She told like, what? It's like, you're not gonna see me in 3 months. I was like, what? What? It's like, they just gave me a scholarship to go to England. She was like real happy for me and everything. She didn't want me to go, because I don't know, I guess she was scared. And then I called my mom. I was like, I knew my mom was taking a nap and everything. Was like, she's like, yeah. I was like, Mom, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to interrupt your nap, but I've got good news. It's like, what? It's like, you're not gonna see me in 3 months. Like, what? Why? It's like, I'm going to, I was like shouting in the streets, like, I'm going to England. They just gave me a scholarship. It's like crazy. I just wanted to cry. It was like so emotional. That day was like the best day ever for me. And then we just had to, time went on, and then we had our last meeting the week before. We had to take the plane, so we didn't have any idea till a week prior we had to leave. So they gave us a lot of papers we had to, the English school in England that had to sign, our work placement, we had to sign papers too and everything. We had the plane tickets, everything. And we went to plane. I was really thinking, my sister and my mom and my nephew came. Well, my sister, she was supposed to take us to the airport. We had to take a taxi in the end, my mom and I. We saw her there. Her boyfriend also came. And then I was so sad because I had to leave my nephew here. Because, I don't know, I was like, oh, my little nephew, had to leave him here. But I was really happy to leave the house, to know how to live kind of by myself. no family around. I was really happy about that. I was like, okay, mom, I'm really gonna cry. I didn't actually cry, but like in the end, I was going through security because it was like a rather small airport. So just right before we had to go through security, after leaving all my stuff, I just had to call my nephew. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss you. I was like so sad. So when we were on the plane, I got confused on my seat. So then I had to move everything. It was like just instead of like I don't know, it was in the same row, but I was like so confused. I was really nervous. It was a really nice flight. 2 hours after we arrived to England, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I finally made it to England because I've been wanting to go to England for ages now. Now I finally can't place that. So once we got there, we got all our luggage, and there was two guys, two men waiting for us, cause they were our taxi drivers. We had like really big taxi drivers, taxi things. So, and the thing is that we went from London Heathrow, cause we landed in Heathrow, to the south of England. It was like around like 6 hours in a taxi. But suddenly the taxi stops, and we were in the first house. Like, okay, first stop, and he said like, this girl, this girl. It was my house, and the other girl, the girl next to me, she was staying in the same house with me. So we went down, took our luggage, go to the house, knocked on the door. It's like, hi, we're staying with you. So it was like so funny. It was like we were like so shy. We got there. We made the parents of the house, the two kids. They were so nice, so nice. We went. They showed us where we had to live. It was like a little like bungalow outside the house with like a couple of beds, little kitchen that we didn't even try to use because it was like so dirty. A sofa, a desk, and a chair, and a shower. Nothing else. Well, and little cupboards and everything to put our clothes on. It was like so cold. It was so and it was like so scary. We had to the that was the first week. We stayed there the first week. We had to spend the night with one of the lights turned on because we were like freaked out. But yeah, the family was real nice. The first week we had to go to school in the morning like for a couple of hours, not too much. Like I think it was like 3 hours, and then we had the afternoon off. So thing is, we were like, it took me a while to get used to having dinner so late. So early, because obviously in Spain, the normal time is around like 9, 10. At least that's my normal time, or even later. So I would just end up. We would then after dinner get ready, go down the hill because we were up the hill like good 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or even like I don't know, even like half an hour walk down the hill. So we used to go with other 3 people that came with us in the group. They were living like quite next to us, like quite near. So we would go down, then have something for drink, and then during the week by 11 they would just close everything, and then weekends at 12 and like midnight. So it's like that was real weird because that's the time people in Spain normally go out at night. So it was like, oh, what do we do now? So there was this place, I don't know how it was called. It was like a kebab where you could buy quite a lot of things, drinks. You could have like pizzas, fries, hamburgers, chicken. I don't know, it was quite a lot of things. So we would just go there, order some pizzas, fries, and then the 5 people that we went down the hill, that we lived in the hill, would just call taxi to take us out because we're like, no way, I'm not gonna remember that. that walk. So then it was like quite cheap. It was like, I don't know, a pound each. Like it was like £5 or something. So it was like really nice. The week went on, and after that week, on I think it's like a Saturday. On Saturday morning, everyone had to split because we were having work experience in different places, so we have to move families. I stayed in the same place with the girl that went with me to England from my class, and the rest of them like just being separated. Few of them went to Plymouth. I was in Totnes. As I say, a few of them went to Plymouth. Some others to Exeter, Newton Abbot, and some other places I cannot remember. So we would just go, and then we started going to our work placement on Mondays, March 7th, I think. Yeah. After that, I was working in the Dart Marina hotel, but it was in the spa section, like health spa. So I was doing treatments. I was, I don't know, on reception, quite a lot of things. People were really nice. I met a lot of people over there, and all of them were really welcome. They were really, really nice. The spa girls were real nice. They were always trying to answer all my questions if I had one, if I had any problems in reception or with taking any call or something, or answering any question I had when I was with clients. They would just help me. So it was like really nice. I really appreciate all of that. I wish I could just have done quite more treatments, but I'm happy with my experience over there. So and then during the weekends, a couple of them just went out because normally people would just have weekends off. I didn't really have many weekends off. Have like a full weekend every month and then a Sunday off too. All of the people would go to Plymouth. We talked about going a weekend to Plymouth, a weekend to Exeter. So because most of the people were in Plymouth or Exeter, so just to be half and half, my friend and I were just in the middle between Exeter and Plymouth. So it's like, okay, not too bad. Really nice people there. Everyone would just come to you. Suddenly you were just going around talking to the people in your group, and suddenly you just turn around. It's like, hi, what's your name? It's like, wow, you know. But I guess I don't know. I don't know why. Because it was a nightclub. Everyone would just go around. So, after that, the group actually kind of like went bigger and bigger and bigger. Some of them didn't come with us. Some others came from other groups. So it was like coming and going, but it was like really, really nice to meet other people. And I would tell my mom that when I talked to her, I think my last day on work experience, I talked to her because they were doing me like a party after we closed, and then before in the morning I would just call my mom, and when she was like hi, I was like, Mom, I don't want to leave. I was crying. I was like, wow, don't worry. It's like it's like I don't want to go, and it's already like today is the 25th of June. I came back the 1st of June, and time is going so quick. But let's continue with the story. So basically, the experience was working, getting into the work placements, like not placement, but how you would be doing in a real job. For example, in my case, as a beautician, as a beauty therapist. And I could say I really love it, really love it. Um, but yeah, the second family I was in, I forgot to mention, they just came into my mom, Sarah and Peter. They were the names of our parents, as we would call them, from England. They were really nice. We had a big doggy called Dizzy. It was like he was like huge. It was like so cute. And then there was another work experience girl from Germany called Sarah too. That's my mom. We had our own bedrooms. We would share a bedroom between the girl from school and I. It was like really quite big, and it was like really nice. We had our own space, our own privacy, so it was like quite nice. I really they would be always worried about if we wanted more food, if we were comfortable. For example, in my case, they would just buy me a special food for vegetarians, like special hamburgers, special sausages, special whatever. So the thing is that that was like really nice of them. I actually had to remind myself to send them a letter with a little present. I have to talk with my friend because we both want to send them something from here. So yeah. And then the last day in England was like the start of it was really bad. We had booked our seats on the train at 9:23 to then go to Reading, and then from Reading we take the bus to Heathrow. So the mother of the house booked a taxi, so they would come to pick us, to pick us up. Sorry, 9 a.m. because we had the train 9:23. And it was like really with the two big luggages and everything, it was like really difficult for us to go to a train station. We were quite near, but it was like downhill and was crazy no way. The taxi didn't arrive till 9:23, so I was just like nearly having an anxiety attack or something, because I just lost 83 pounds because I paid the train like so it was easier. And after that, we told the taxi drivers like my friend says like you're late. We just lost the train. It's like I'm sorry. I just got the call that I had to come pick you up from the guy that was supposed to come here. It's like oh my god, we just now have to go wait a thing, and we were like so stressed because we thought we lost the train. And then I looked on the app of the train, and it was late. Thankfully, we got in time to arrive, like to get the train and everything. So that was like crazy. Then it was delayed, so we were like around 3 hours in the train. Then we went to Reading, and it was like going crazy to get out to where the bus was. So we went to ask people. They told us, and we just got the bus, and it was like quite big. So it depends on where you would like to, in which terminal you were going to. Your luggage was taken to different size, so that's good. And so we once we were in the bus, oopsie, sorry. So once we were in the bus, it was like we were already relieved. It was like okay, we're gonna get the plane on time. We're not gonna be late or running or whatever. So we arrived, the last ones, obviously. And then we went to check our luggages. All of it was good. Then we were going around a little bit. Then we went through security. Crazy, crazy. Going through security over here in Spain was like so easy, but going through security in Heathrow was like mental. when I went through the arch that see if you have any medals or whatever, it just beep. So they just beep through a machine. I had to put myself like this, open my legs and everything, standing up, and then the thing went around. It's like, okay, you can go ahead. It's like, oh my god. Most of us had to go through that, but it still made me really nervous. So then we went to duty free. I bought a couple things and then checked on the plane. Really nervous because I was going to see my nephew, my nan. I was talking to my sister and my mom mostly every day. Well, and obviously my nephew too, mostly. But I didn't really talk too much with my nan, so it was like, oh, I really miss her. I told my sisters, like, can you please record my entrance? So when we touched down, I started crying, like 2 seconds, so like literally 2 seconds. No, tears came down. Then when we were waiting for our luggages to get, once I got my luggages, and I saw everyone, like family members up there, it was like, I cried a little bit too, like a little longer, but not too much. And then when we went, I was already crying when I saw, because I saw the doors closing, so I saw my nan, I recognized her jacket. And then I started crying, like, and then I saw my nephew, because when I left, he didn't know how to walk. He didn't walk, and now when I got here, he really knew how to walk and everything. So it was like so emotional. I just didn't even leave him enough time to come to see me or come walking towards me. I just went and hugged him and cried. I was like crying. I was like, oh my god, I missed you. And then I look up. I see my nan. I was like, oh my god, nan. And I hug her. And then my mom and my sister in the end. And the good thing is that I told my mom, because I could say, never believe that England, that they're punctual, because my bus was always like 10, 15 minutes late when it arrived, because on Sundays sometimes he wouldn't even arrive. So they didn't know how to make coffee. At least I didn't like the coffee over there. The food in my family was okay. In the rest was that, man, I didn't give it too good. So I told my mom, oh, and oranges, I missed oranges so much. I told my mom, okay, when I arrive there, can you please have I told like Spanish omelette and bread. It's like, okay. And then I said, like, when I was like, the time was running, it's like, okay, just bring me some orange juice too. It's like, okay. So when I got to the car, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm in the car with my family. So it was crazy. I would do that in a heartbeat again, no matter what. How many times I cried being away from my family, how much I missed them. The experience was unbelievable. It was priceless. My words cannot describe not only how much fun I had there, but like the people you made, the experiences you've got in your head and everything. It's just crazy, and I would just do that again and again and again and again. But anyways, this is being too long, so I really hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment my video, give it a thumbs up. That really will help me. And yeah, just follow me on my social media. They will leave in the description below. Alright? So, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!